Good evening, everybody. There I am. Hello, how are we doing? Tonight we are going to be checking out Disney Lorcana's latest expansion, Reign of Jafar. Now, for those of you who have heard me speak about content creation before, you know I always say yoink and twist. Find what works, yoink it, and then twist it to fit your style or brand. So I think it's important to look at other card games. Obviously, I'm a Magic the Gathering content creator. I do play other card games. I used to play a crap ton of Hearthstone. I currently play a bunch of Marvel Snap. Obviously, I play Magic the Gathering. And I play casually Disney Lorcana. And I think it's always really important to check out what the competition is doing, because then you can, perhaps yoink it over to Magic if any Magic designers happen to be watching. And this happens all the time. This happens in the space right now. I think the most recent example is Hearthstone ripping off Murders at Karloff Manor. So anyway, if you've not checked out Lorcana before, I'm going to cover the basics. There's also, we're going to play the little single player campaign that's come with this. Let's jump on over to the main screen. Hopefully everything loads up okay. Alright. You guys can still hear me. You get to see my horrible hands. They're not made out of cardboard. So, we've got some stuff. We've got the... So this is the single player, up to 3 players. Magic did something like this. They did something like this for Theros. I think the first Theros set. And then I'm pretty sure there was another... Hey Seekers, thanks for stopping by. They did a... Didn't they? It's like... this. I don't think this is like Arch Enemy. I'm so sure Magic did a PvE campaign. I know they did one in Theros. Anyway, we're going to play this tonight, because then we get to play the game and experience the new cards as well. We've also got the 2 starter decks, which we might need for the Reign of Jafar. Actually, I think it comes with the decks, but we'll explore in a second. Theros land art is probably the best. We got a couple of single boosters here. We've got the Illumineers Trove, which comes with... It's basically like a Magic Fat Pack. Comes with a bunch of boosters and a little box to hold all your cards. And then we got a sick... This is probably my favourite part. We got a sick Hades. If you're a big Disney fan, we got a sick Hades playmat, which we'll open later on as well. So, again, especially, I think this Lorcana is worth checking out, especially in the... Is tumultuous the right word here? Where everybody's getting upset about universes beyond and Magic becoming what it is. If you want to check out other card games are there. They do exist. And as I said, really important to see what the competition's doing anyway. Let's open some boosties. So, I've actually got here, hopefully this loads up, because all we care about is the hits, right? So we've got competitive hits here. These are the cards that we want to look for that are likely to be competitively viable. By the way, the set comes out on Friday, June 6th. And then we've also got so Magic has the serialized cards, and then they've just started doing the Japanese alternate art cards. in Disney Lorcana you have Enchanteds, which are gorgeous, like extended arts, even more than extended. So you can see my mouse won't come up on the screen, but my hands will on the camera. So you've got the regular Elsa card here, and then the enchanted version here. So these two are the same card, but this is the super fancy alt art enchanted card. I'll tell you right now, I will never touch or promote Flesh and Blood ever, because of what the creator of the game did to my wife. So that guy can get fucked. Anyways, story for another day. We are going to open some boosties and see what we get. So I think we get 9 in the treasure trove. 8 booster packs. So we get 8 in here. We've got 3 here for a total of 11. And we've got some decks as well that we might open up. So let's crack some packs. So the cards on the bottom left, I think they go from anywhere from like $5 US to 20. And then the cards on the right are like hundreds plus. So the theme of this set as well, so they're all Disney characters. You'll see they're all Disney characters, but there's usually like an overarching story that's going on. So in this set, Jafar is taking over. It's all set in Agrabah, and the good guys are trying to basically heist his castle, I think is the easiest way. Well, I mean, there's the game mode Palace Heist. And so it's like they're putting together the team of Avengers. So in this set, the main new characters that we have are Pinocchio, Mulan, and Lilo and Stitch are back. So Lilo and Stitch, I think, appeared in the... or was it the 3rd or 4th set? But they're back. Anyways... let's have a look at the cards. So we've got Joey, Brutus. There's actually a mechanic I really like. Yeah. So it's Kingdom Hearts is probably the closest thing to compare to, because they have a different backdrop setting each time. There's a new mechanic that they've just brought to Lorcana that if we open them, you'll recognize it, because this mechanic features in Magic. Little Sister, Genie, Scarab, Wilhelmina Picard. She's from the Atlantis movie. I haven't seen that in years. Pua from Moana. Alma Madriel. Absolute banger. Pull the lever. And we got Minnie Mouse. So this is actually a interesting mechanic. Let me see if I can get it into focus. We'll talk about the... oh wait, hold on. Do I have another card? I do. Flynn Rider. Oh, we got a foil as well. All right, hold on. I want to talk about the Minnie Mouse card because I like the mechanics here. So hold on, let me see if I can get. Where is my focus? not going to let me do the focus. No, not that. All right, we might have to come back. All right, let me try and get it focused here. All right, there we go. That works. Okay, so Minnie Mouse. She is a 4-cost. We'll talk about the. Do you guys know about the mana system in Lorcana? Because I think the mana system, if this was in Magic, I wonder. Like, it's hard to say. Like, Magic can never implement this system, but it would be interesting to see if they could. So, I think. So if we look at these two cards here, and so this is the mana cost in the top left. You can see this mana cost here has the gold symbol around it. So what that means, and oh, by the way, so Lorcana has the same system as Magic. Once per turn, you can play a quote-unquote land. And in Lorcana, there are no land cards, but there are these cards here that have this little gold swirl. So you can play these cards face down as a land. And then, so let's just say I have this one, my second turn, I play 2 lands, and then I can tap them to play this Scarab card here that costs 2. And then once these cards are face down, like, that's it. There's not... I think there might be some cards in this set that might flip them up. I know there are cards that can flip cards face down and play into lands. But you basically turn them into ink, and then you use that ink in your inkwell to cast the spells. And it'd be really curious to see, because it's the whole, you always have lands in your hand. Because you can, again, if you're thinking about it like you've got 2 lands. Let's just say you've got 2 lands in play, and then you've got the decision of, like, on your turn 3, it's like, okay, do I cast my 2-cost, or do I put my 2-cost face down as an ink so I can cast my 3-cost? I really like this system. You can't get land screwed, and then when you need to, you just play the cards. Like, once you hit your, let's say you're playing an aggro deck and you have 5 cards in your inkwell already, well, it's like, okay, sweet, well, I don't need to play any more ink. Every card I draw is a banger. Like, it's something I can do. Where were we? Oh yeah, Minnie Mouse. I really like this card. So you got mana, and then we've got attack stat on the left and defense stat on the right. In Lorcana, damage is permanent, so it's like Pokemon damage system. So if the cards take damage, you put damage counters on them. Minnie has this really interesting mechanic. So she's a 0/8, and you can play her on the battlefield, and you can play her tapped. And because she has this mechanic, Bodyguard, when it's your opponent's turn, instead of their characters attacking your other, like, weaker characters, if Minnie's tapped, they have to attack Minnie. Now, she has this other ability, True Valor. This character gets +1 attack for each 1 damage on her. So if she has 1 damage, she becomes a 1/7. She has 2 damage, she becomes a 2/6. So at worst, she's a 0/8. At best, she's a 7/1. I really like this mechanic. Because there are cards as well that can heal and remove damage. So Minnie is going to be, like, really hard to deal with. This was rare in the pack as well. Flynn Rider, a 1/4 for 4. Whenever this character is challenged, the challenging player may choose and discard a card. If they don't, you gain 2 lore. So Again, in Lorcana, you never attack the player. You in a combat situation, and we'll get into this when we play Jafar. Let's just say this is the opponent's board. So the objective of the game, again, we'll get into this when we actually start playing. The objective of the game is to get to 20 lore. So there's no, players don't start on life points. Lore is this symbol in the bottom right corner. You need to collect 20 of that, and you do so simply by, during your turn, just tapping the character. So if it's my turn, I can, little sister, just tap, I gain a lore. Tap Flynn Rider, gain 3 lore. So now I've got 4 lore. The problem is, though, when the characters are tapped like this, or I believe they call this exerted, your opponents, instead of tapping their characters to gain lore, they can instead tap their creatures to challenge your other characters. So, for example, we've got this big old crocodile, so he's got 4 attack, 3 defense. During your turn, when this character is banished, so in Lorcana, characters don't die, they get banished. They go to the discard pile. During your turn, when this character is banished, if one of your characters was damaged this turn, gain 2 lore. Okay, so that's irrelevant. So we've got a 4-3 here, we've got a 1-2, and a 1-4. Because these characters here are exerted, my opponent can now challenge any one of my characters, so he can force them to fight. So Brutus would deal 4 damage to Flynn. Flynn would deal 1 damage back, so Flynn would go to the discard pile and would put a damage counter on Brutus. And then they could use their Joey to challenge my little sister, so 3 damage would get dealt here, 1 damage would get back dealt back there. And so now I don't have any characters that can tap for lore, so maybe during my turn, you know, like I play my mini, but then on my opponent's turn, well, now they've got the tempo advantage, so now they can start gaining lore. When we start playing the single player game, you'll see, but I really do like this mechanic. Disney Lorcana is a very tempo based game, so there are you still get your aggro decks, you still get your control decks. I believe there are a couple of combo decks. I haven't looked into it too much, but there's definitely your mid-range decks as well. Anyways, like I said, I really like this mechanic, and as I mentioned, it's not something, unfortunately, the land mechanic at the very least, it's not something that Magic can implement at all. Because, you know, you can't remove lands from the game this far in, right? All right, enough rambling. The game also has, you'll see there are some cards called items. They're basically like your artifacts. If you know how to play Magic, you can easily pick up and play Lorcana. Okay. Joey. Who is this guy? Adelaide Bond Famille. Are they from Atlanta? I actually do not recognize them. Ariana. Why do I not recognize these characters? Scarabs, that's one of the items that we were talking about. Bill the Lizard. Lafayette. LeFou. Beauty and the Beast, obviously. Jumba Jukiba from Lilo and Stitch. 4 mana, 1/6. Can you imagine that? in Magic, would that be a good card? A 4-mana 1/6 that you can play as a land. Oh, Aristocats. I've seen that movie once, I think, when I was a kid. So no wonder I don't remember. Atitea. I'm butchering these names. 7-mana 7/7 that you can play as a land. Would that be good in Magic? Monstro. 8-mana 6/8. Rush. This character can challenge the turn they're played. So they can't quest. So questing is when they go and get the lore. Challenging is attacking another character. Choose and discard a card. Ready this character. He can't quest for the rest of the turn. So that's discard a card, untap this creature. He can't attack another creature for the rest of the game. Sorry, no, he can't. Not can't attack. He can't gain lore for the rest of the game. Yes, there are some cards that will tap down enemy creatures. Rush is, yeah, it's haste only for attacking other characters. So as I said, when you have the card in play, you can either tap it to gain lore, or you tap it to challenge another character. So in this case, Rush, you can only challenge another character. You'll see a lot of crossover. Again, this is why I say if you're playing Magic already, Lorcana is so easy to pick up. You just pick up all the mechanics straight away. Maui. Oh, this is one thing we haven't spoken about. So in Magic, you have the 5 colors. In Lorcana, you have the... do they call them elements or are they gems? So you've got like steel, amethyst... sapphire. But basically these are the colors down here. Your decks that you play can only be 2 colors, so you only have single color or dual color cards, whereas obviously in Magic you can play all the colors. But here Maui is either steel. Oh, I can't remember what the green one is. It's one. He can be both. Basically, he can go in any of the decks. So 6 mana 4/4 has the ability when this character is banished. In this case, dies in Magic terms. Put 2 damage counters on all opposing characters. So deal 2 damage to all opposing creatures. Banish all opposing items. Banish all opposing locations. I know that Ruby is the more aggressive. As far as the decks that I've seen, Ruby is, funnily enough, one of the aggressive decks. I was only choose one. I was going to say, this is almost like Farewell. Only so much room. Alright, I'm having fun going through these. We'll try and talk about the other mechanics as they come up. The other big thing as well, so because the game is still so this is the 8th expansion in the game. Magic is obviously at Thunder Junction was 100, so we're at like what, our 105th, 106th expansion. So we're only 8 expansions into Lorcana. Rotate. That was the thing I needed to mention as well. If you do want to play Lorcana, especially if you want to start playing competitively, rotation is happening. I don't think it's with this set. I believe it's the next set. So if you're wanting to play, like, now's the perfect time to jump in because rotation's happening. Dalmatian puppy. So I like this mechanic. Where do they all come from? You may have up to 99 copies of Dalmatian puppy tail wagger in your deck. So they're in the last set they had Dalmatians as well. So this is like you can have any number of these cards in your deck. In standard rules is you can have 2 copies of a card in your deck. So for deck building, you only have 2. Whereas with the puppies, you you can have like full-on puppy decks. Hamster ball. Is that from Bolt? Rider. Yeah, it's similar to Tempest Hawk. Evasive. New mechanic we can quickly talk about. Not new mechanic to this set, but one that we haven't seen tonight. This is like Shadow, I think is the magic equivalent. So only characters with evasive can challenge this character. Anthony, your rules videos are the best, by the way. The Deadpool and the recent Saga one went straight to my play group chats. Hey, really appreciate it. Thanks for watching them. Obviously, though, I'm a bit gutted with the Deadpool one because I talk about Deadpool and sagas, and obviously they've changed. They've changed the rules. So it's still relevant until Friday. Dale, obviously Chip and Dale. Mushu. The Mouse Queen. 4 mana, 3/6. Oh, here we go as well. We haven't seen this. I don't know if the camera will focus it. Might have to... They basically have their own version of the tap symbol. So I'm pretty sure the magic one is copyrighted. There's a tap symbol there. Anyway, Mushu. Tap. Chosen character gains Rush this turn. They can challenge the turn they've played. We've spoken about Rush. 4 mana, 3/6. So this is another Dalmatian puppy. Goes in the puppy deck. 1 mana, 0/2. Has Ward. Opponents can't choose this character except to challenge. So this is like hexproof, but they can still attack it. Barking Pup. While you have another puppy character in play, this character gets 1 lore. So currently, remember, with your tapping characters to gain lore, you want to hit 20 lore. So you've got a 1 cost that can generate 2 lore, which is really efficient. So usually it's 1 mana, get 1 lore is like the baseline. So getting 2 lore is really good. And especially the fact that it can't be targeted as well. Forest Jewel from Bambi. Your characters gain Challenger 2. They get +2 attack while challenging. When this character is banished in a challenge, return this card to your hand. 5 mana though. Oh, but it's all characters. Alright, would that be an OP magic card? So an action. So action. Lorcana, by the way, is a sorcery speed game. So action can only be played as a sorcery. 5 mana. Your creatures get. Your creatures. So it'd be. Your creatures get +2 attack. Your creatures get +2/+0 when blocked this turn. When they die, return them to your hand. Nah, like, I don't think that will see play. 5 mana sorcery. Creatures you control get +2/+0 when blocked. Return them to your hand. If they died this turn, or when they die this turn, return them to your hand. Nah, I don't think that will see play. Stopped chaos in its tracks. I really like this mechanic. Okay, so we got another mechanic to talk about. Song. So some characters, some actions, song actions have this ability called Sing. I believe this is a new mechanic for this set. Sing together 8. Any number of your or your teammates' characters with total cost 8 or more may tap to sing this song for free. So it's Convoke. 1 mana, 1/2. 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 1 mana, 1 but it's discounted by the mana cost, basically. Sing together. Return up to 2 chosen characters with power 3 or less each to their hand. Return up to 2 characters with 3 or less attack. That seems really bad. 8 mana for that? Do the cards generally pass the reading the card, explaining the card's rule? Yeah. So imagine it's Magic the Gathering at sorcery speed with triggered abilities only. The majority of the cards are triggered abilities. I haven't seen any weird rules interactions yet. This is why I've been tempted to make a Lorcana channel, or at least like do something about the rules with this. But there's not like it's not complicated enough. So they do, because again, it's all sorcery speed. So when you have multiple triggers, you choose the order of the triggers. They talk about triggers going into a bag, and then you pull each one out one at a time and resolve them one at a time. Let's keep going on. Are there any reanimator effects? Yes. There's also in this set. Where's my? This Lilo card here. So she's a 5-cost 4/4. That says if you played 3 cards this turn, you may cast it for free. So it's almost like Hollowed One. I want to say it's almost like Hollowed One. I think I'm pretty sure there is a reanimator mechanic. Let's see if we can find one. Geppetto, when this character quests, so questing is the getting the lore, you may choose and discard any number of item cards to gain 1 lore for each item card discarded this way. So when you tap it, you gain 2 lore, and then you can discard any number of items, so that's artifacts, to gain 1 lore. I mean, that seems good for 5. So the thing that I've learned is, again, Lorcana is a very tempo-based game. So this seems like a great, from a Magic the Gathering perspective, like, can you imagine a 5-cost 4/4 that you can tap to deal... Yeah, surely that would be a good card. 5 mana 4/4, tap, discard any number of artifact cards, deal 1 damage to your opponent for each artifact discarded this way. Oh no, that wouldn't actually, that wouldn't be good. That would be bad. No, never mind. That would be bad. Desperate Plan. I think this is one. No, it was the enchanted version of this. This is not one of our hits. If you have no cards in hand, draw until you have 3 cards. Otherwise, choose and discard any number of cards, then draw that many. So for 3 mana... Oh, man. It's in Steel, though. Steel, I don't believe, is the aggro color. If you have no cards in your hand, draw until you have 3. I mean, that's nuts if you do have, like, a Ruby Steel deck. That seems ridiculous. Can you imagine that in Magic? 3 mana, if you have no cards in your hand, draw 3. Otherwise, discard your hand, discard any number of cards and draw that many. This card would be freaking nuts. Can you imagine this in mono red aggro? Steel. Let's say it's a blue card. Would that go in blue? Sorcery speed, blue spell. Let's just say 2 colorless. I mean, we've already got stock up, so let's say it's 2 colorless and a blue. If you have no cards in your hand, draw 3. Otherwise, choose and discard any number of cards, draw that many. That I feel like that sounds nuts. Captain Hook. 1 mana, 1/2. Challenger 2. While challenging, this character gets +2 attack. Feels like a really good tempo card. Alright, so this is the bundle box. I don't think we got any hits. We didn't get any of the hits by the looks. Bundle box. So we got 8 packs of Reign of Jafar. This is dividers. I don't think there was a... You don't get a bonus card? No. This is your... I really like this. Spin down. Or in this case, it's a spin up, because you only go to 20 lore, and then you win the game. I like that. And some damage dice. Alright, let's keep going. Archer, Alice in Wonderland. Charlotte LeBouf from Princess and the Frog. Mouse Queen, I've already seen. Poe Dispel. Is that one of the... Is that from Donald Duck? Mr. Snoops. These must be from Aristocrats or Lady and the Tramp. These like probably the movies that I've seen once. 3 mana, 3/3. During your turn, when this character is banished, you may draw a card. Nah, that can't be good enough. We haven't seen the mechanic. We haven't seen the new mechanic I wanted to talk about. Oh my god, you've seen this card? Prince Ahmed. When you play this character, you may exert chosen princess character. So someone was asking earlier about can you tap other creatures? Yes, this is one of them. When you play this character, you may exert chosen princess character. Madam Mim. Ah, this is a cool mechanic. Let's talk about this cool mechanic. So, so we've got this mechanic here. Shift. Again, it's like a mix of games. So Shift is like evolving Pokemon. So it says here. So we've got a 6 cost, 6/5. Shift 2. You may pay 2 mana to play this on top of one of your characters named Madam Mim. So it's an evolution basically. So you have a quote unquote base Madam Mim or another Madam Mim in play already, and then you just pay 2 mana and you play it on top. When you play this character, banish her or return. Wait, when you play this character, banish her. Or return, here we go, another chosen character of yours to your hand. So she's part of the Ruby faction, which we mentioned earlier, is the one of the aggro factions. I don't even know if I can pronounce that guy's name. Is this Basil Great Mouse Detective? Rougefort? When this character quests, you may put chosen item into its player's inkwell face down and exerted. Oh yeah, so this is I'm pretty sure this is new to this set as well. So again, imagine this for a magic card. 2 mana, 2/2. When this character attacks, put chosen artifact. Turn. Chose. No, it would be 2 mana, 2/2. When it attacks, target artifact becomes a land, an everywhere land. There we go. That would be it. 2 mana, 2/2. When this character attacks, target artifact becomes an everywhere land. Tap it. There we go. You have to tap it at the end. So on the one hand, you're ramping your opponent. On the other, you're taking out your opponent's best artifact or item. Again, if we're going back to Disney, speaking Disney Lorcana, we're taking out their opponent's item. I feel like that sounds pretty good. Don Carnage, 3 mana, 3/2, evasive. Only characters with evasive can challenge this character. When you play an action that isn't a song, chosen opposing characters gain reckless. They can't quest. Oh, so it goads them. Chosen opposing character. So whenever you play a sorcery that isn't a song, target creature is goaded. I like that. That's cool. The Colonel. 5 mana, 3/6. We've got them outnumbered. When you have 3 or more puppy characters in play, this character gets +2 attack, +2 lore. I don't know if that would do it for 5 mana. And Geppetto. Hey, we got one of the hits and in foil. I love this card. I can't believe we got one of the hits. Okay. Okay, get ready for this card. I've really gutted that the camera isn't doing it justice. 10 mana, 10/10. Mickey Mouse. Giant mouse. Bodyguard. So remember, bodyguard. So we can put it into play, tapped, and anytime the opponent wants to attack one of our characters, they have to attack Mickey Mouse. When this character is banished, so dies, deal 5 damage to each opposing character. So Mickey comes into play exerted. They have to challenge Mickey, so all your other stuff is protected. Oh my, I didn't realize that. Not only that, it gains freaking 5 lore. I mean, I guess it costs 10 mana to play. We need to keep an eye out. I'm going to have a look to see if there are any reanimating cards. Because there's definitely a way to discard cards. If we can reanimate this, that seems nuts. Because 10 mana, 10/10. So it's taking out everything that attacks it. If it comes back to your turn, you just gain 5 lore. Because again, don't forget, to gain the lore, you have to tap the character or exert the character. So then when it's exerted, the bodyguard mechanic kicks in. So everybody has to attack Mickey now. And then when it dies, it just wipes the board. It's a one-sided board wipe. That's a really good card. Where's my sleeves? Where have I put my sleeve? Oh, there they are. I really like this card. Out of all the hits, this is the one that I wanted. Oh yeah, Lorcana cards are magic sized as well, by the way. Nice. All right, I'm really happy with that. All right, Tramp. 3 mana, 3/3. When you play this character, chosen character gains ward until the start of your next turn. 3 mana, 3/3. Target creature gains hexproof until your next turn. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Rhino from Bolt. 1 mana, 1/2. When you play this character, chosen opposing character gets -1 attack until the start of your next turn. Nope. Miss spots, everybody knows this. Tap, banish one of your items, draw a card. So you can cash in items to draw a card. It's a 2/4 as well. In Magic, that seems really good. Sacrifice. Tap, sacrifice an artifact, draw a card. Because what you can do is, well, you can use the item and you can sacrifice it, so you're not losing any value there. I think this is a pretty good common. Megra from Hercules, 3 mana, 2/5. While you have a character named Hades in play, this character gains Challenger 2. I like that. Depends how good the Hades card is. Kriki from Mulan. 4 mana, 4/3. When you have 2 or more other exerted characters in play, this character gains +2 lore. So this, again, this is part of the Ruby faction, the aggro faction. So this is a great aggro card. Get 3 lore. Captain Hook, we've already seen him. Pull the Leather Crunk. All right, let's talk about, we didn't talk about this last time. 3 mana, draw 2, so Divination. Or each opponent chooses and discard a card. Would Divination see play if you can make your opponent discard a card? I still don't think it's enough. They made Divination instant speed, and it still doesn't see play. Blue Fairy, 2 mana, 2/2, evasive. Support. When this character quests, you may add their attack to another chosen character this turn. So this is like, support is like enlist. Quick shot. Deal 1 damage to chosen character, draw a card. 2 mana. Do we have this in Magic? 2 mana, 1 damage, draw a card. We have, is it Trick Shot or Flicker Coin? That's 3 mana, 1 damage, draw a card. Maybe this would see play. Surely, we have to remember as well, it's a steel card. There's no Ruby Storm in Lorcana. Archimedes, 3 mana, 2/2. When you play this character, you may banish chosen item. So this is already like Lauren Apprentice. During your turn, whenever an item is banished, you may draw a card, then discard a card. So draw a card, discard a card. That seems good. 3 mana, 2/2. I guess it depends on... Again, I don't know the competitive meta, but I guess this purely depends on... It's a sideboard card at least. Depends on how often items are played. Otherwise, that seems good. Aladdin. 6 mana, 1/9. Bodyguard. We've already spoken about Bodyguard. When one of your allied characters quests, you may remove up to 2 damage from this character. So it only has 1 attack. But if we can give it extra attack... What's Geppetto? We've opened some Geppettos. During your turn, whenever an item is banished, Geppetto discards cards. So those two wouldn't work together unless there's another Geppetto. So discard is purely from moving from your hand to the banished zone, whereas banished is in play and then leaves play. When one of your allied characters quests, you may remove up to 2 damage from this character. Aladdin seems like a massive wall. Again, if we're a tempo game, do we get to turn 6? Because the thing is, you don't, if your opponent is already winning on lore, Aladdin does nothing. Like yeah, I don't think this is good. If you're behind, Aladdin is bad. Whereas at least with Mickey, I mean, I don't know. Again, we'll have to double check if you can put a 10 cost character into play. But with Aladdin, if you're behind, like if you're already losing the race to 20 lore, Aladdin doesn't help you out there. He can't challenge any other opposing characters to stop them from gaining lore. He doesn't gain lore himself. Don't think it's good. Arthur, 4 mana, 6/6. Skip your turn's draw step. Okay, would this see play in Magic? A 4 mana, 6/6. What would be the equivalent here? Gaining 3 lore. So if you look at it this way, so what's 3 lore? 3 lore is about a 7th of what you need to win the game. 2 activations, that's 2/7. He's strong enough as well to challenge other characters. I don't think it's worth skipping draw steps, though. No, it can't be. Interesting mechanic, though. I don't think there's a single card in Magic where... So there's Solitary Confinement. Which makes you skip your draw, but that you just straight up don't take damage for the rest of the game. Sounds closer. That red card will play in Magic when Hellbent. Oh, yeah. I know which card. There's a lot of... We got another one. Fred from Mighty Hero number 6. 3 mana, 2/3. ECBs. You may banish chosen item. There is a lot of anti-item tech here. Dalmatian Puppy. We've already spoken about that. Olaf. 1 mana, 2/1. When you play this character... This sounds like this is just the reverse of the hamster. Oh, this is really annoying. It's referencing the mechanic I want to talk about, but we haven't seen it yet. We've seen the crocodile. Monterey Jack, 5 mana, 4/5, Bodyguard. We've spoken about Bodyguard quite a bit tonight. Here we go, Madam Mim. We mentioned about Madam Mim earlier. So she can turn into other characters. She basically morphs. Not morph, mutates. I don't know. I don't believe the damage gets healed up, though. I believe the damage stays on the character. Sir Pelennor. 3 mana, 1/4. When this character quests, your other characters gain support this turn. Whenever they quest, you may add their damage to another... no. She's your person. Action. Remove 3 damage from chosen character. Remove 3 damage from each of your characters with a Bodyguard. Bodyguard deck seems fun. Sword of Shang Yu. Tap one of your characters. Ready chosen character. So tap this item, tap another one of your characters, untap another character. They can't quest for the rest of the game. So they can quest to gain the lore, and then you can untap and challenge, use them to challenge something else. Mutate. Mutate. I like Mutate. It's a rules night. It's one of those rules nightmare cards. Hades. 4 mana. Everyone's got a weakness. Move 1 damage counter from each damage character you have in play to chosen opposing character. Draw a card for each damage counter. Move this way. So you get to heal your board, damage your opponent's creature, and then draw a card. Bodyguard, I don't think Bodyguard is in purple, right? We would have to check. That seems good. Dump truck. Dump truck. When you play this character, you may deal 1 damage to chosen character. What a name. Alright. He who steals and runs away. Banish chosen item. There is so much item hate in this set. Callahan from Wreck-It Ralph. When this character is banished, gain 1 lore. The Wardrobe. 4 mana, 3/4. Tap, choose and discard a card. Tap, choose and discard an item card, draw 2 cards. Again, for a set that's talking about items, I feel like we've only seen 2 different items this game. Bambi. Arthur. Hero. Tap. Untap. Chosen. Floodborn character. I need to check what's a Floodborn character. We'll come back to that one. I mean, it makes sense, but we've not seen any items. Gadget. 4 mana, 3/2. When you play this character, if an opponent has more cards in hands than you, you may draw a card. Seems nuts if green is the aggro. Maybe not. Hey, there we go. We got another hit. Into the Unknown. A character with a cost of 3 or more can tap to sing this card. Oh yeah, this card is freaking nuts. This is actually nuts. This would see play. Would this see play in Magic? Oh. Okay, 3. So let's talk about it in Magic terms. 3 mana, or you can tap a character. You can tap a creature with power 3 or greater, and cast this card for free. Chosen creature becomes an everywhere land. Tap it. So it's Cyberman conversion. It's Imprison in the Moon, but it's not an aura. Oh, it's Path to Exile. Path to Exile would be the closest. Path to Exile saw play. Would Path to Exile at 3 mana see play? Would Path to Exile see play at 3 mana, but you could tap a 3-cost creature to play it for free? A 3-power creature. Maybe a 3-cost creature would do it as well. Yeah, because you would just block and then tap a creature to Path to Exile something. Yeah, 100% it would. He who steals and runs away. All right. Yeah, can you imagine if that was in? 100%, yeah, with the free cast mode. Block your creature. I tap it. I tap my creature and then I path your other creature. I mean, we technically have it like friggin' we've got I guess we don't. I already hate the Evoke Elementals. Can you imagine if the Evoke Elementals came to standard? Anna, when you play this card, if you have a character named Elsa in play, you may put the top card of your deck into your inkwell face down exerted. I have to see what the Elsa cards cost. This seems bad if you just draw it on turn 3 and just don't have anything to do with it. Nero, move 1 damage from this character to chosen opposing character. I like that. Gloyd Orange Boar. 3 mana, 1/2. When you play this character, each opponent loses 1 lore and you gain 1 lore. These effects, if I remember rightly, in the first couple of sets of Lorcana were really powerful to just take lore away from your opponent. This, I'm pretty sure this is a rare effect. These in multiple are really good. When you play this character, each opponent loses 1 lore and you gain 1 lore. Genie, we've spoken about that. And we still haven't seen the mechanic I want to talk about. 3 mana, 3/3. When you play this character, you may deal 2 damage to another chosen character of yours. To return chosen character would cost 2 or less to their to that player's hand. Yeah, that seems fine, especially if you've got characters that want to get banished to get another effect. It's in the right colors. Patch we've already spoken about. Quick Shot we've spoken about. Iago, 4 mana, 3/3. While you have another exerted character in play, this character can't be challenged. Nice, evasive. I like that. Wow! Hey! We got another Mickey. This is the other cool thing they do as well. I don't know if this will come up on the camera. So, with certain rares that they have, can we get it come up? So you see how Mickey is like really glossy compared to the rest of the card. So if you watch that white light, you see it hits Mickey, comes all the way across, and then when it comes off the card. So Mickey is slightly raised off of the card. I really like that. Yeah, it's almost like you guys remember the oil slick cards and how they felt. This feels like what they did to the oil slick cards. So they do that for, it's a handful of cards. They've done that for at least the last couple of sets. All right. If you have a character named Don Carnage in play, you may pay 1 less to play this character. I don't know how I feel about the cards that name other cards. Yolana, 3 mana, 2/3. When you play this character, chosen character gains Challenger 2. I think we might have already said that one. Prince Ahmed, Orange Ball, we've spoken about that. Lewis, 3 mana, 4/3. This character enters play exerted, which means they can be challenged straight away by your opponent. When you play this character, chosen opponent when you play this character, chosen opposing character gains Reckless during their next turn. Problem is, they just attack Lewis straight away. Yeah, I don't think that's good though. 60 cards. So the decks are 60 cards, and you can only have two of a maximum of 2 copies in your deck of any one card. Yeah, they're 60 card decks. So having, like, you wouldn't, I don't think you would even play, or even then, you wouldn't play 2 play sets of a card that named each other in Magic, I don't think either, right? Most everyone's mad here. Gain lore equal to the damage on chosen character, then banish them. So you can use that on your opponent's creatures as well. Hey! Is this the... How is this not a chase? This is the card for the set. Yeah, unless you had tutors for them, it'd be Yeah, I don't think the named cards are very good. All right. We got the face card of the set. 5 mana, 4/5. Jafar. High Sultan of Lorcana. When this character quests, you may draw a card and then discard a card. And we still haven't seen... It's actually unbelievable. We've opened 9 packs and we've not seen this freaking mechanic I want to talk about. If an illusion character card is discarded this way, you may play that character for free. When we come across an illusion, we will talk about why I like the illusion mechanic. I like this. Jiminy Cricket, evasive. When this character is exerted, opposing characters with a rush enter play exerted. So they enter play tapped. There are 4 illusion cards in the game. I don't think they're rare. I'm pretty sure I haven't skipped them. We'll double check. Camelio, Madrigal, 5 mana, 4/4. When this character is banished in a challenge, return this card to your hand. Yes, that seems good. When this character is banished in a challenge, so either on your turn or your opponent's turn, return this card to your hand. And it taps for 2 lore as well. I like this card. Gaston. 4 mana, 4/4. When you play this character, you may banish one of your items to give chosen character +2. Once again, we have not seen basically any item. We've seen we've seen 2 items out of all these boosters. Lewis, we've spoken about. Forest Jewel. Hey, this is a hit. This is in the top 10 of hits. We've only got the top 6, 7 on the screen. This is the one of the other hits. Beyond the Horizon, sing together 7. Any number of your or your teammates' characters with a total cost of 7 or more may tap to sing. Choose any number of players, discard their hand, and draw 3. That's got to see play. In Magic terms, that's got to see play. Ludwig von Drake. I think there is another Camelio. We can have a look afterwards. I think there's another Camelio that might do something like that. Ludwig von Drake. 2 mana, 1/1. When you play this character, chosen opponent reveals their hand and discards a non-character card of your choice. So that's locations, items, actions. That's it. When this character is banished, you may put this card into your inkwell face down exerted. Holy wow, that's really good. So you get to duress your opponent. That 100%. This is a powerful. This is a magic card. 2 mana, 1/1. ETB, duress your opponent. When it dies, it becomes a land. Nice. I really like this card. This is Mulan. 3 mana, 3/3, Reckless. Character can't quest. That's why it's got no lore. Must challenge each turn if able. Burst of speed. During your turn, this character gains evasive. And long range. This character can challenge ready characters. That's the one thing I mentioned before. Characters that were ready, so they were untapped, you couldn't challenge them. Mulan breaks that rule. And we've got a foil stopped in its tracks. Okay. Last pack. And then we're gonna play one round of the single player game, and then I'm probably gonna call it for the stream. Yeah, it's like nuts. Solemn Simulacrum. There's no way you pay 1 mana for duress already. You would definitely pay 2 to get it on a body. Dale. Maribel, Magdriel. When you play this character, you may reveal a song card in your hand. If you do, gain 1 lore. Seems fine. Hey, finally. Palace Guard. 1 mana, 1/4. Vanish. So this is an illusion. We literally, this is the first illusion we've opened in 11 packs. When an opponent chooses this character for an action, banish them. It's literally the illusion mechanic that we have in Magic. We haven't seen illusions for years, though, or I guess phantasmal mechanic. So we have Phantasmal Image, the 2 mana clone that says when it becomes a target of spell or ability, sacrifice it. The illusion mechanic is in Lorcana. I really like it. I like the illusion mechanic. Because you have to think about it as well. It's like, if they're already targeting this creature, it's probably going to be removal anyway. So, and now it just... The other way to look at it as well is it effectively has 1 health, because you take it as... the action they're going to play is either going to destroy it, or it's just going to deal 1 damage to it. That's why Phantasmal Image was such a heavily played card. It's a 2 mana clone, and if it was targeted, it was probably going to die anyway. Anyway, our first illusion, bloody hell. Toby Turtle, 2 mana, 0/4. When this character is exerted, he gains resist 1. Probably, it doesn't gain enough lore. King Candy, 3 mana, 3/2. When this character is banished, you may return another racer card from your discard to your hand. So not reanimation, but pull stuff from the graveyard. Undermine. Chosen opponent chooses and discards a card. Chosen character gains +2 attack this turn. Yeah, that's why I really like the illusions. Hey, Snap, this is my preview card. They actually, the Disney Lorcana team actually sent me a preview card. Chosen character gets -2 attack this turn. Chosen character of yours gains evasive this turn. So you basically you can force your characters to fight things. Rare. Japan. This is like our 3rd one. Oh, nice. Here we go. So this is not the major illustration one. Another chase card for the set though. Stitch, Experiment 626. 3 mana, 3/3. Oh yeah, I really like this card. I've said this for so many cards. I just like the design mechanics. When you play this character, each opponent puts the top card of their deck into their inkwell face down. So it does ramp them. At the start of your turn, if this card is in your discard, you may choose a card, discard a card with the this symbol, to play this character for free, and he enters played exerted. So you just discard any card with this gold symbol and just put Stitch into play. And you're basically... each opponent puts top card of their deck. Wait, hold on. Maybe ramping them... Is ramping them worth it? Either way, it's got the cool... it's got the cool gloss effect on it. Alright, we got there. Oh, dear. Yeah, Basically can't be stopped. I think in the right matchup, that's got to be pretty good, right? Like if you're doing it to mono red, you have an infinite attacker or lore gainer. And if your opponent's out of cards, you don't care if you're ramping them. Like, would you play have a 3/3 that came back every turn if you gave your opponent an everywhere token? You discard a card, give your opponent an everywhere token, and you got them back. Maybe in the control matchups. So we got Stitch, we got 2 Mickeys, one of which was a foil. We got the Elsa sing-song. I still can't believe we only got one illusion out of all these packs. And the only items that we got as well were Scarabs, which return illusions. I liked this. Pay 2, tap. Return an illusion character from your discard pile to your hand. So you bring them back. Yeah. So putting them in. So as far as I know, there's no way to get cards out of your inkwell. So once the card is face down, like GG, it's staying there. Ooh, pardon me. All right. Let me just quickly check. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Magic mill rules apply. Like if you mill them out, they lose the game. All right, let's play a round of this. So this is the Palace Heist sold separately. It's a 1 to 3 player PvE Lorcana experience. Again, the closest thing I can compare it to is the Theros PvE event that they did. I cannot remember for the life of me if there was another PvE event that they did in Magic. So we get 2 player decks, 60 cards each. So you do get enough for 2 players. If you want to add a third, they bring their own deck. 1 Jafar scenario deck, 50 cards with storage box, oversized Jafar, crown title, rules, playmat, battleground, Jafar token, lore tracker, damage counters, victory card. Alright, let's open this up. Also as well, if everyone's good, where are they? Hold on. Oh wait, I put them up here. Hold on. So if everybody behaves. I don't know if that came onto camera. If everybody behaves. Oh wow, I was expecting... So I said it came with a playmat. I was expecting a... like a little paper, you know, flimsy map that you get. But we've actually got a... like a D&D screen. We'll open that up in a second. We've got the rules. We'll go over the rules in a second. The PvE cards. We've got... looks to be the Jafar deck. Be it known, the contents shall remain hidden while I, Jafar, a supreme... okay, so we can only open this when we win the game. Okay, oops, we'll put this side here. Got certain damage counters. And we got the decks. Okay, so we've got 2 decks. So we've got... what does chat want to play? We've got Pinocchio or Goofy. What do we want to play? Pinocchio or Goofy? Oh, we can do a poll. If nobody wants to talk, we can do a poll. Or we've got yeah, Goofy. All right, poll's gone up. We'll give that a couple of minutes while I open this stuff. So again, big shout out to Disney ANZ who sent this across. They haven't told me to... I get this is really important, right? They've sent this over. There's no expectation for me to open this stuff. They haven't told me, or you better say this. Everything I've said has been my own opinion and how I genuinely feel about this game. If I didn't like it, friggin' I'll tell you guys. Alright, poll and chat. Make sure you're voting. We've got 2 decks. I don't know what the 2 decks do. But I can see the face cards. We've got Pinocchio or Goofy to play from. Ooh, hold on. Do I have enough space? All right. A Jafar Glimmer has long sought legendary Hexwell crown, said to have the power to transform the entire realm. Even after the crown was broken, the pieces separated and locked away, the sorcerer remained relentless in his search for it. Now, using ancient magic, he's reforged the crown, and his ambitions for power loom larger than ever. The tyrant has already taken over The hidden island where the Illumineers, our chaser, was guarding many secrets of ink magic. It's up to you and fellow Illumineers to sneak through his stronghold and take back the reforged crown. But beware, Jafar protects his palace with fearsome foes, cunning traps, and mysterious illusions, all strengthened by Crown's magic, and he'll use all of his powers at his command, even the force of the desert itself, to snatch the crown back every chance he gets. Can you escape with the reforged crown, dethrone the self-proclaimed supreme sorcerer, and save Lorcana? Alright, what do we got to do? Objective, work together to collect lore and escape with the crown to prevent Jafar from becoming unstoppable. To defeat him, the Illuminator must each have 20 or more lore, while one of you has the reforged crown. If Jafar reaches 40 lore, he steals the crown back immediately and unleashes all its terrifying power. So we've got to stop Jafar from getting 40 lore. Yep, so we can use one of the pre-built decks. If you've played another Illumineers quest before, Palace might... Oh, I didn't realize they've done others. The rules needed to play are explained here. Alright, setup. Based on... Okay, so... Based on the number of Illumineers facing Jafar, there's one. Place his draw token on his playmat to indicate how many cards he draws each turn, as shown below. Let's open this stuff. So I think it's a deck box for... Oh, nice. The deck box for each of the decks. Jafar card. At the start of their turn, whoever has this item gains 2 lore. If this item would leave play for any reason, Jafar steals it in play. While Jafar has this item, he can't lose the game. Crown goes there. Okay, we got the Jafar cards here. So these are the rooms by the looks. Locations. Oh, there we go. Jafar goes there. I guess we use one of these little markers. So I think that's his lore. Put that down there. We've got damage counters. I think this is the only thing I don't like about Lorcana, is the damage counters. So annoying. You have to bring these every game. All right. Choose a battleground and place it where all the Illumineers can see it. We recommend you play at easy or normal difficulty for your first few games. We're going to play at freaking normal. All right, so there's 4 difficulties. So there's easy, normal, hard, and extreme. We're gonna play normal. So Jafar begins with ink mote in play. And then has his actions, I think, there on the right. Maybe. So we've placed the dice. Place the Reforged crown face up in the crown spot. We've done that. If you chose Jafar's throne room as the battleground, skip the step. Otherwise, find the ink mote card in Jafar's scenario deck and place it face up in the location spot on his playmat. Where do these cards go then? Guess we'll... Okay. We'll put this off to the side in a second. So it is a special game mode. So this is a product, a PvE product. So we're setting this up now. So you can buy this separately. It comes with 2 decks, the Jafar deck, and you can play up to 3 players. So we're just getting this set up now. So we're going to go... All right, Goofy's winning the poll at the moment. So we need to find ink mote. Of course, it's the last one. So that's a location, so we'll play that. So locations, you can move characters to a location for this cost over here, and then the location has a defense. They're like battles, kind of. Place it face up in the location spot on his playmat, as we've done. Shuffle Jafar's scenario deck and place it face down in the scenario deck. So, okay, we've got to shuffle the deck. Should want to sleeve this up, but here we are. I'm going to do it. Everybody look away. I'm going to do it. Remember, pile shuffling isn't shuffling. We'll give it another couple of riffles and then we'll should be good to go. All right. Scenario deck. Place the lore tracker at 0. We've done that. One for Jafar and one for each of the Luminaries. Oh, I see. Okay, that's cool. So this is actually for this. This is Jafar, and then these are to show where we are. We'll take purple. Right. We can adjust that later. Each Luminaire shuffles their deck, draws cards as normal. I can't remember how many cards you start in hand. I'm pretty sure it's 7. We'll double check. All right. We'll play the goofy deck. It is draw 7. Okay, perfect. Oh man, this is super nice. It's a ripple foil. Ripple foil goofy. 4 mana, 4/3. At the end of your turn, you may remove up to 1 damage from each of your other characters. Ready each character. You will remove damage from this way. Oh, and we have Bolt as well. Ripple foil. These aren't all. I was going to say it would be crazy if they were all foils. Bolt. 5 mana, 3/5. Shift 3. You may place 3 to place on top of your bolts. When you ready this character, you gain 1 lore for each other undamaged character you have in play. Tap. Banish chosen illusion character. That seems really good. All right, we got to shuffle like crazy. So 60 card deck, and as I said when we were talking about deck building, you can only have 2 of each card. Wait, why has it got 3? Are we misprint? Maybe is it 3 of each card? I thought it was 2 of each card. Oh, and this changes things. Let me double check. Let me confer with the rules. I think I'm mixing up Pokemon. It is 4 copies. I must be. I could have sworn when I was looking at deck lists, it wasn't 4 copies. All right, it is 4 copies of a card. All right, named cards might be back on the menu, boys. Yeah, okay, so your deck can only contain cards from 1 or 2 inks. So I was right there. Your deck must have at least 60 cards in it. Your deck can't contain more than 4 copies of any single card. I could have sworn it was 2, but... All right. For those tuning in, we were about to play the PvE, Player versus Environment experience. This is the single player board game mode. You can do up to 3 players. Although I've just realised we actually don't have enough space. We don't have enough space to play this. This is meant to be just Jafar's half of the table, so he can have this side. We'll have this side. All right. Shuffle these in. Whoop. Where's my sleeves? I'm too used to being able to do a nice shuffle. All right, we'll do one riffle and then we'll get started. Oh, that was horrible. All right. Draw 7. You've done that. Place one for Jafar, one for Luminaire. Each Illuminator draws their card. But Jafar doesn't... Jafar takes his first turn. He draws on his first turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. So Jafar does get to draw 7, does he? Just having a read of the rules here. I feel like it doesn't tell us exactly. He only checks if he has the. It doesn't tell me if Jafar draws 7 at the start. No, yeah. So Goofy's in the deck. So this is a standard legal deck. I do just want to check because there is a. I wonder if the companion app will walk us through this. Hold on. Just going to quickly see if companion app will. No, is it just going to take me to rules? Yeah, it should take me to rules. Okay, it says he only draws 2 each turn, so I think we're going to do that. Jafar takes the first turn. Okay, so... Does it tell me what he does? Ready each character, chosen Illuminator. Oh, Luminaire abilities, that's what we can do. Okay, so we don't need to worry about that just yet. Alright, so Jafar's turn. So we ready all of Jafar's cards. Start of turn effects. If Jafar has the Reforged Crown, does he? Does he start with the crown? Yes, he does, because it's on his side of the playmat. That's right, that's right. We're playing as Jafar. He gains 2 lore. So at the start of his turn, he gains 2 lore. So he goes up to 2. He draws 2 cards as well for the start of his turn. Resolve the row of characters and items Jafar has in play. None. One at a time, Jafar draws the number of cards indicated by his draw token. Don't reveal these cards just yet. Whoops. Put them in a face down pile next to his deck. Okay. One at a time, Jafar draws cards. Don't reveal these cards. This is his hand. Okay. Jafar reveals an axe on every card in his hand one at a time. After finishing with each one, move on to the next one until he has... So he just plays out his hand. He just plays out his hand. Okay, let me just check. Oh, okay. Jafar as well. He doesn't. He only draws those 2. Okay, it's got to be that way. So he's drawn his 2 cards. All right, here we go. So we'll do Jafar's turn. So Jafar reveals an axe on every one of his cards. After finishing each one, it moves on to the next one until he has no cards left in hand. Turn the card over and reveal it. Then check its cost and the amount of ink in his inkwell. Jafar doesn't have to pay ink to play cards. He just has to have it. If Jafar has enough ink in his inkwell, if he doesn't, he puts the card into his inkwell face down. So Iago face down. Cobra Pit face down. Okay, perfect. With power comes privilege. If Jafar ever runs out of cards, the next time he has to draw, shuffle the card. Yeah, that's fine. All right, so that's Jafar's turn. Check the ink will need to be played. If he doesn't have it, it goes in inkwell. Yep. All right, we got it. We've done it. Jafar's scenario deck includes something called obstacles. These are defense traps that you can place anywhere. Jafar's locations are specifically designed for Lumineers. Yep. Jafar can't move his character's location. Yep. Reforged Crown. Okay. Reforged Crown, an item that begins the game of Jafar's play area. It can be stolen back and forth. Blah, blah, blah. Yep. At the start of their turn, whoever has a reforged... Yep. Can you guys hear my cat? Stealing the crown. Here we go. During the game, the Illuminaires must find a way to steal the reforged crown. They can't live without it. Using the rules below. Okay, Illuminaires. While Jafar has no locations in play, each Luminaire exert one of their ready characters during their turn. Each of these characters, yep. If all Illuminaires exert a character this way, the Illuminaires choose one Illuminaire to steal a crown. So that's only me. The chosen Illuminaire moves the crown into their player area. He moves back. Jafar can steal the crown from an Illuminaire at several different points in the game. When he plays Mechanical Snake, yep. When Iago quests, yep. All of the Illuminaires turn up at the same time, yep. It's only me. Alright, I think we've got there. I think we've got this. Alright, we've got this. So Jafar has played his 2 lands, so we've got to defeat this Inkmo. It's my turn, so I will... So this is what I like about the game. So it's my turn 1, right? Oh yeah, I can show you my hand. It's not a secret. So I've got a 4 cost, 7 cost, 2 cost, 5 cost, 3, 5, 4. So this 7 cost card, where is it? This 7 cost card, 2/8. When you play this character, you may deal 3 damage to chosen character. I'm not going to be able to play this until turn 7, so I can just take this card, play it face down. Now I have 1 mana to do something. Oh yeah, I also draw a card for my turn. I don't have anything I can do, so we pass the turn back to Jafar. So at the start of their turn, so Jafar goes up to 4 lore. He draws 2. So we might as well just resolve his hand. So first card doesn't have enough mana. Second card, he does have enough mana. So this card instantly comes into play. Palace Guard. 2/6. He's already got the crown. So what does he do with characters? Do they quest each turn? I'm sure they do. If a character can quest, they do. Yep. Okay. Yep. Perfect. So that's Jafar's turn. So my turn. Draw a card. So we've got invited to the ball. Revealed top 2 cards of your deck. Put all revealed character cards into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom. We don't want to do that. We want to play... We probably just want to play our Bolt, right? When you ready this character... Yeah, we probably just want to smack down Bolt as quickly as possible. So we're going to play... 4-drop. We're going to tap 2, and then we're going to play Bolt. 2 mana, 1/3. Whenever this character quests, if he has no damage, you may draw a card, then choose and discard a card. Seems good. Alright, Jafar's turn. Start of his turn, so he goes up to 6. Reveal. Destructive Misstep. Jafar's location loses ward. Jafar's location loses ward until the start of his next turn. Okay. The Illumineers may choose and banish up to 1 of Jafar's locations. Yeah, so we do that. Does that mean we get to steal the crown? Let me just consult the rules. Stealing the crown. When Jafar has no locations in play, each Lumineer may exert one of their ready characters during their turn. May exert one of their ready characters during their turn. Oh, yes. Yeah, okay, so we just wait until it gets to my turn. All right, sweet. So that location's gone. Discard pile's getting a bit crowded, so we just put it over to the side. Next card. Treasure Garden comes into play. Illumineers can't use battleground abilities. And then this guy is going to quest. Goes up to 7. Okay, my turn. So Jafar is already at 7. We've got to get to... Do we have to get to 40? Let me just double check the win condition. Anthony, appreciate you stopping by. Thanks for chatting. Hopefully I'll see you on the next one. Objective. So we got to get to 20 lore. Okay. And we have the crown. All right, perfect. So we draw a card for the turn. We're going to play this Rhino face down. So now we have 3 mana. We're going to quest. So we finally get on the board. We go up to 1. And then... Oh, that's right. The battleground abilities are these things up here. We're not going to use these just yet. So we've quested. When this character quests, if he has no damage, you may draw a card, then choose a discard card. So we're always going to do that. So we'll draw... we're going to draw Doc. Doc doesn't do anything here, so we're just going to discard Doc. And then we are going to shift and turn this guy into a bolt. 3/5. When you ready this character, you gain 1 lore for each other undamaged character you have in play. Okay, none. Tap banish chosen illusion character, which I think is going to be really good here. Alrighty, that's it for our turn. So we move to Jafar's turn. So we ready his characters. He gains 2 lore, going up to 9. Draws 2. Sandblast. Jafar deals 1 damage to each opposing character, then put this card into his inkwell face down. So Bolt will take damage. We've got ways to heal. Next card. 1, 2, 3, 4. Iago. I can go face down. And then he's going to quest for 2. Going up to 11. Alrighty. Our turn. Untap. Draw. We are going to play Zipper face down, I believe. Yep, we're going to play the Zipper face down. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 mana, 4 ink, I should say. And we will play... Oh, wait, hold on. I should do this instead. Instead of... when did I draw and discard a card? With Bolt. I don't discard the dock. I forgot I had this other card. Or I didn't realize. At the start of your turn, if this card is in your discard, you may play her and she enters play exerted. So... do we just do that? Do we even do that? Yeah, sure. Start of your turn. We'll do this instead. This seems much better. Because then that means when Bolt readies, when you ready this character, so untap, you gain 1 lore for each other undamaged character you control. Oh no, I have to play this during my start. Sorry, it would have missed that. Alright, never mind. In which case then, we'll spend our other 2 mana, we'll play Invited to the Ball. Reveal the top 2 cards of your deck. Put the revealed character cards into your hand, the rest on the bottom of your library. So we just want characters. So that's 1. That's 2. So we've got Stitch and Arcala. What does Stitch do? During your turn, when this character banishes another character in challenge, you may draw a card and gain 1 lore. We like that. We are going to... So we need to get to 20 lore and steal the crown. We can steal the crown. Let me just check how Jafar steals the crown, because we might just gank this crown here. Yep, we're gonna tap Bolt. And we are going to gank the crown. Yoink. Alright, so we have that now. So Jafar no longer passively gains lore, which is good. Nothing else we can do on our turn, so we will pass over to Jafar, who draws 2. So he gets a bodyguard. Oh, forgot to ready these characters. Bodyguard comes into play. Giant Hourglass. Jafar deals... oh, it's an item. Okay. But he's going to do it anyway. Oh, wait. No, he can't cast it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sweet. Inkwell. And then he's going to gain 1, 2 lore. Going up to 13. Alright, our turn. Untap. When you ready this character, you gain 1 lore for each other undamaged character we have in play. It's Lilo, so we go up to 2. 18 more to go. Reforged Crown, we'll trigger that. We'll gain 2 lore. Going up to 4. So we've just got to get to 20. Jafar's got to go up to 40. We'll draw a card for the turn. And we will... We can race here. We're not going to challenge. We're going to gain 2 lore, go up to 6. We're then going to... Yeah, it feels like we just win. We potentially just win this race. So we can do this cool move. So we can banish this illusion. We'll do just that. We will then pay 2 to do one of our thingamajigs. We'll untap Bolt. Oh, I forgot as well, we need to play a card face down. We've got so many of these bolts. We'll play a bolt face down. And then... Yeah, I think we just quest again, right? Quest again. Going up to 2, so we go up to 8. 2 mana left over. We will play... Oh, we got 3 left over. We will play 2 for our Kayla. And nothing else we can do this turn. So over to Jafar. Still drawing 2. A mechanical snake. Bah! So he gets this guy. It's an item. So he steals the crown back. Tap, banish this item. Jafar gains 2 lore. Items, I believe you can use straight away. So we will do that. Jafar goes up to 15. His next card. Sultan. When Jafar plays his character, each Illuminator chooses and discards a card. Well, we have got... We actually don't need... After all that, we don't need this dock. Whoops. I forgot he's going to gain some lore, so then he will do these 2, go from 15 to 17, gain some lore. Alright, our turn. We ready everything? So, Bolt gains us 2 lore, we go up to 10, we're halfway there. Draw a card for the turn. We draw another zipper. We're going to do this OP move. So, usually, the Sultan here would be really good because the Sultan's being protected by this bodyguard. And it gains 2 lore, so that can wrap up. But, we can do the old Bolt move here. And we're going to tap. Oh, we meant to do that ability the other way around. So we'll... We still could do this play last time. We'll pay 2. Sorry, we'll quest with Bolt. There we go, go up to 2. Go up to 12. Then we will pay 2 to untap Bolt. And then tap him again to get rid of the Sultan, because Sultan is an illusion. Yes. We will then tap Arcala to steal the crown, because Jafar has no locations. We will then quest with Lilo, going up to 14. To think, we haven't even played a card in our hand yet. We will put the zipper face down, And then we are going to pay 4 and play a Stitch. 3/4. During your turn, whenever this character banishes another character in a challenge, you may draw a card and gain 1 lore. So that's all we can do for our turn. So we move to Jafar's turn. Untap. Draws 2. First card. Basil, sure. Plays him. Second card. Fiery Basin. At the start of Jafar's turn, so it's an item. Start of Jafar's turn, he banishes this item to have each Illuminator choose one of their characters and deal 4 damage to them. Alright, so it's giving us a chance here. Jafar's going to quest all of his characters, so just 2 of them. Gains 2 lore, going up to 19. I think, though, he loses this turn. So, comes to our turn. We will untap. And bolt. Whenever you ready this character, gain 1 lore for each other undamaged character we have. 1, 2, 3. Puts us up to 17. We have the crown. That puts us up to 19. And then we just quest for 20. And then we win the game? I think that wins us the game, right? Wildfire is each Luminaire may exert one of their ready characters. Yep. Yep. When I did that, I think that just wins us the game. You all win when each Luminaire has 20, that's me, had 20 or more lore, and one of you has Reforged Crown, that's me. For those who defeat Jafar and escape his treacherous palace with the crown, 1 more secret awaits. Reveal what's hidden if you dare. Hell yeah, we get to open up the secret package. Alright. If you don't want to be spoiled, look away now. I don't want to damage this card. Because I can feel it's a card. Oh, I got it. Alright, here we go. Aladdin clutched the Hexwell crown as the facade of Jafar's palace crumbled behind them, and Arcasia's palace was restored to its former glory. Against the odds, the Illuminaires and the Glimmers had dethroned the false sultan. Now all that remained was for Arcasia to destroy the dangerously powerful Hexwell crown, a task she entrusted her Glimmer and dear friend Archimedes. So we got a Rainbow Foil, Surge Foil Archimedes, who bonks the crown. There we go, GG's. Alrighty. Real question. Has everybody been good? Has everybody been good? Do we want to open one of these? We'll open one of these. And then that's it. We'll call it for the stream. Alright. You guys ready? Thanks to Wizards of the Coast for sending these over. Now, I can't remember. Do they open up this way or... Hold on. Uncommon. Uncommon. Alright, they open them backwards. Alright. Call the Mountain Chocobo. Commune with Beavers. Shinra Reinforcements. Sage Nollis. Slash of Light. Scorpion Sentinel. Lunatic Pandora. Phoenix down, we're into the uncommons. Travel the Overworld. Alright, here we go. Spoilers. Sorcerer's Schemes. And... wait. Emmett. Emmett Selch Unsundered. 3 mana, 2/4 Vigilance. When Emmett Selch enters or attacks, draw a card, then discard a card. At the beginning of your upkeep, if there are 14 or more cards in your graveyard, transform into Hades, Sorcerer of Eld. Vigilance, during your turn. So it's Yorgomoth's Will on a body, which is nuts. Bonus card. Oh, oh my, nice. Yeah. Golbez, Clad in Darkness. Sir Conrad. What do they call this? Like alt art beyond frame? Do we get another card as well? What is this? This is the foil. Oh, this is the foil. No, what? We got 2 more cards. Okay. Shinra Reinforcements, foil. What is this? Oh, it's the land. Alright, well, there we go, team. Pretty good. Alright, chums. That is going to do it for the stream this evening. Big shout out to Disney ANZ for sending Reign of Jafar for us to check out. The expansion releases this Friday. I don't know if anything else is crazy is happening this Friday. I'm sure you guys are all aware of what's happening on Friday. But thanks for tuning in. Hit the like button, subscribe, all that jazz. I've got some interesting videos coming out for you. I wanted to talk about my most unhinged commenter I've ever had in my entire streaming content creation career. That's going to be, I think we'll save that for the big video that I'm going to do on that, because I honestly cannot believe it. It's laughable. Anyways, appreciate everybody stopping by. Stay safe. Have a good night. I'll see you on the next one.